up, everyone? I'm your female otaku, and what's this? What is this? Is that my husband now? Is that Kuroko? Look at that! Look at that! But what happened to the Black Butler poster? Oh, there it is. Don't worry. It's all good. It's all good, guys. Yes, now we get to see my number one husband, Kuroko, and all of his greatness right over there. Anyway, I am just going to hate these waits for the next episode. It's one of those anime. Yes, this is one of those anime where I am just craving for the next episode and cannot take the wait. I'm in love with this anime. At first, I thought it was going a bit too slow, but then the Rakugo picked up and I was just like, yes, shame on me for thinking that it was slow. I'm honestly just want to smack myself for thinking that, because overall, I really did enjoy this episode. And this episode just so happened to be 24 minutes. I thought it was going to be about 50-ish minutes each and every time, and I wouldn't have minded that. I still would have been fine, but whatever. This is still great. And so with this episode, we got some backstory between Yakumo and Hatsuro. When Hatsuro was alive. It's gonna be tough when we see that scene. Which, by the way, we're gonna have more backstory next week. But, backtrack here. So, how it went down was that Yakumo, he wanted to be a dancer, but then something happened with his leg, and his parents abandoned him. His mother is a geisha, and so now he has to live with one of his relatives who is very good at Rakugo and is going to teach him Rakugo to survive so that, he can get a job as being a Rakugo artist. And then there's this one guy who, his stage name is Hatsuro. He's been living on the streets for a little bit since his family died, and he actually fell in love with Rakugo after taking a peek of it at his local theater. And so he wanted to study under Yakumo's relative as well. And so he decided to take them both in as his apprentices. And so now they're growing up together, they're like brothers, so I thought that was pretty cool. I didn't realize they were that close. That was pretty nice. And then we see their styles, their personalities. And, man, let me talk about the soundtrack for a quick second. It is the best soundtrack of the season and will probably be contender for best soundtrack of 2016 as a whole. Just the way how they used it. First, we get that jazzy soundtrack in the beginning of the episode, but then when we had Yakumo performing his Rakugo, his opening night performance, his very first performance, and you just hear the music. It starts off soft, and then it starts getting a little more intense, because you feel uncomfortable. Something is wrong with the situation, and you feel it. The audience feels it. We are one with the audience. We don't feel like we're having fun. We're feeling bored, sleepy, uncomfortable while watching his performance. And it makes sense. It is his first time doing Rakugo in front of a bunch of people. But he should have chosen a style that's more for him. He chose this comedy Rakugo when that's not him at all. He doesn't express himself like that. So then when the song reached the end, so did his Rakugo. And then you heard a few claps in the background and stuff. And it was like a breath of fresh air to get him off the stage. We all felt it. It's fine to admit it. It's okay. And then we have Hatsuro come up onto the stage. And I just laughed. I laughed. I love Rakugo so much. I love this form of theater, and just you saw his personality and him imagining all the props. He did great. I cannot wait to see more from him. I feel so bad that this dude passed away, because he had some talent and I enjoyed it heavily. This episode was fantastic. Cannot wait for next week. And according to the preview, it looks like we're going to see how these guys end up getting torn apart with the woman, and hopefully them finding their paths with Rakugo, seeing Yakumo find his true passion, his the best form of Rakugo for him. What do you guys think of this episode? Do you love it as much as I do? Do you love this anime as much as I do? I am in love with this anime. Definitely, like, one of the best. Maybe the best. I'm not too sure at the moment, but it's fantastic. I am in love with this anime. Catch you tomorrow as I review Ajin, Durara, Haikyuu Season 2, and Utawari no Mono Itsuwari no Kamen. It's gonna be a busy Saturday. I'm your female otaku. Sayonara.